Concrete grinding began as a small hand grinding firm in Huddersfield in 1989. It is now the world leader in controlled grinding for the materials handling industry and operates globally with offices in Europe, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, South Africa and the USA. Concrete grinding's core business lies in grinding floors to superflat tolerances for the very narrow aisle warehouse industry. A superflat floor is essential for trucks to operate efficiently down warehouse aisles. The static lean table clearly shows that a variation in level across the aisle between the wheel tracks of the truck is magnified in direct proportion to the height of the racking. However, one must appreciate that this value, calculated directly from the geometrical considerations, forms only part of the potential movement at the top of the mast of the truck. Variations in level, both laterally across the aisle and longitudinally down the aisle, induce dynamic movements in the mast section and body of the truck and can cause premature failure of the welds and disrupt the performance of electrical components that have now become essential features of all trucks. Warehouses are designed to give a throughput of a certain number of pallets per hour or a certain number of order picks per hour. To achieve this, the trucks must operate at peak performance. When considering the creation of a VNA installation in an existing warehouse, it is unlikely that much of the floor will conform to flatness requirements. In such cases, the floor must be tested using a profilograph to determine what areas are within flatness requirements and to what extent. If the profilograph survey highlights areas of floor out of specification, they should be ground back using Concrete Grinding's laser grinder system. The unique, purpose-developed floor grinding machine, the laser grinder, is completely adaptable to suit all makes and models of VNA forklift trucks and can effortlessly achieve the tightest of floor flatness tolerances. The laser grinder, manufactured and operated by Concrete Grinding Ltd, is the most technologically advanced concrete floor grinding system in the world. It is very fast, clean and free from airborne dust. Grinding is carried out using water to totally prevent airborne dust and keep the diamond cutters cool. Supplying up to 12 litres of water a minute to the cutting heads, the residual slurry must first be contained in a shroud and then be collected by the onboard vacuum system and carried away to a container at the rear. Every 90 minutes or so, the foul water container is taken out of the aisle and emptied into a skip. Whilst the dirty water container is being emptied, clean water is sucked into the tanks on the machine. This process enables the grinding operation to run without the need for pipes and cables to come out of the aisle and through the usually busy transfer area at the end of the aisle. There is no need for special protection to stock or racking, as the process is free from airborne dust and is relatively clean. While grinding proceeds in one aisle, the remainder of the warehouse can carry on working normally, and warehousing can recommence in an aisle as soon as grinding is complete. The laser grinder is powered by the most advanced lean-burning diesel engine on the market, and despite the manufacturer's assurances of having satisfied current warehouse emission levels, Concrete Grinding added a catalyst for further enhancement. The laser grinder grinds the floor using two state-of-the-art rotating diamond cutting tools, one on either side of the machine. Each grinding head is independently but automatically controlled to stay within 0.5 millimeters of a designed cut path. From a rotating laser at the end of the aisle, the emitted beam strikes the receivers on the grinding head. The receivers send a signal to a monitoring console on the front of the machine, where the flashing lights indicate whether the head is high, low or OK. The flashing lights are for monitoring only, as 5 times a second the monitoring console automatically adjusts the height of the grinding head to within a fraction of a millimetre. Grinding can be carried out in a number of formats to suit the wheel spacing of a VNA forklift truck, but a unique whole aisle grinding process is proving to be a very popular, cost-effective, high-tolerance alternative to overlay screed systems. The single aisle width ground path, which satisfies the required specification in all possible wheel paths, is achieved by making 3 or more parallel passes with the laser grinder. No longer will a narrow aisle truck have to run on an uneven floor surface. The laser grinder, developed by Grinding Ltd, is the most technologically advanced concrete floor grinding system in the world.